Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Splatoon 2. I'm Saber. In today's episode, we are going to fight what is, in my opinion, the worst boss in vanilla Splatoon 2. So, you remember in Metal Gear Solid 3 with The End and how that was a long sniper battle that you could easily skip by just waiting a week? We don't have that liberty here. This is a sniper battle boss, which I think I've made my position on Chargers very, very clear. Well, let's just get started with Sanitizarium, the Octo Shower. So, yep, we're forced to use the Charger for a boss battle. This fight is a chore. Unfortunately, it's also mandatory, so let's go. Cleanser of Inklings, Octo Shower. So, not only is this a chore to play through the first time, it's also a chore to replay with all the weapons to get the hero weapons. I think the time it took me with the roller was around 20 minutes. It was just clearly designed for one thing and nothing else. I think that me calling this the worst boss in vanilla Splatoon 2 is kind of sad because it actually has so much working for it. And yes, that distinction of vanilla Splatoon 2 is important, because there are at least two bosses in the Octo expansion that I loathed fighting, and I think are so much worse than this. But back to this boss. I think that the boss's arena is the most unique of the Splatoon 2 bosses. Every other arena is flat. Here though, there's the towers. And I think it's kind of designed to be reminiscent of a Japanese bathhouse, although not a very good looking one. Though, with that in mind, shouldn't there be, like, a giant death trap with tons of water? Also, the size of the floor tiles and the drains are making me wonder, what size are we actually supposed to be? I'm just kind of getting a Pikmin vibe here, and we're actually smaller than what we've previously been portrayed as. And then there is the boss's design. Splatoon's bosses, for the most part, have been incredibly unique, and this is no exception. The body is apparently a boiler, although I'm a little disappointed that we didn't get the actual bathtub from the art book. I love the shower cap and the shower plug, and the cute little rubber ducky, which actually has a name, Quackers. Also, it's apparently the Octo Shower's lover. Yes, that's actually in the art book. Splatoon lore is amazing and never disappoints, when it's not being ungodly terrifying. So yeah, I actually think it's kind of sad that this boss battle was ruined because of my preferences in weapons and how much I don't like the Charger, because of how much everything else about this boss is great. The tentacle is exposed. Flambe this fool. Why flambe? That line makes no sense in this context. Flambe is the process of adding alcohol to a hot pan to create a burst of flame. It burns away the alcohol but keeps the taste. This boss has nothing to do with cooking. Beyond maybe that you can cook and eat octopuses? Yeah, I have no idea. The octocopters are moving faster. You've got them on the ropes. I actually cut away here because I died, and this fight is long enough, and we don't need to see me do phase 3 twice. It's got a stingray. That thing cuts through walls. Hey, Sheldon, do you want to explain why the Octarians have access to the special weapons? Although, maybe I should be grateful that it's the old Stingray and not the new one. But did you just, like, throw out the old Stingrays and they just happen to find them in your trash while dumpster diving? I'm watching you because I'm convinced you're working with the Octarians. So, just saying, if I mysteriously disappear, I might have uncovered Sheldon's war economy conspiracy and that he's playing both sides for profit. Although if I do disappear, that might be a little hard to tell with my upload schedule. Oops. Oh well. Honestly, I am trying to figure out a routine that would allow me to do this, among other things, but maybe I just have too much on my plate and I'm trying to accomplish too much. And at least in Splatoon 2's case, being incredibly burnt out of Splatoon did not help. The things I'd do to be satisfied with my first take and not spend a bunch of time editing in post. Now, Agent 4, end it. Yes, let's end this battle. I love that rubber ducky. Our piece of Sardinium and Sanitizarium, the Octo Shower complete. Run, leave now, and never look back. Are you holding the phone upside down? Ugh, I totally was. Callie? Nope, this is definitely not Callie, so just leave. It's dangerous here, and it's not safe at all. Don't those mean the same thing? Whatever, just get out of here. I'm not calling again. Wait, don't go. Callie! Callie! I can't believe it. Callie... Could Callie really be working with the Octarians? Agent 4, I need your help now more than ever. You're not much of a talker, are you? Well, you're still here, so I'm going to keep telling you to do stuff. Let's go! My god, I should have just called it a day. I never returned. I'm guessing it's too late to give my 2 weeks notice, isn't it? Okay, Callie and the Great Sapfish are ahead. Let's do this, Agent 4. Do we have to? I mean, do we really have to? It seems like we're doing fine without the Great Sapfish. Anyways, welcome to Cephalon HQ, the final hub area in the game. I'm actually going to start speeding up and playing music right away because this area is big. However, unlike other times, I guess I'm also going to talk because I have quite a bit to say. I don't like this hub area. It is far bigger than it should be. Everything is spaced out and it's just a mess that you're waiting for platforms and dealing with the various gimmicks that you've been introduced to. Unedited, this goes on for over 15 minutes for me, and while some of that is my fault with some of the deaths, the fact that this area needs these continue points should tell you something. Also, I could have probably jumped down from that one platform to the traveling platform, but anyways. I also think this area is kind of boring. With a name like Cephalon Headquarters, I was expecting an enemy base. It's nothing like that, and this was kind of disappointing. I definitely would have liked something to break up the formula that Splatoon had found itself in, with enter a new hub area and go through unconnected levels. I don't know, I just feel like with a name like that, they might have had grander plans, and maybe it's because I like the lore and world building, I just wish there was something more. Thankfully though, the Octo expansion exists, and they knock it out of the park there with the endgame there. Anyways, there's 2 quick tangents before I get back to what I actually wanted to talk about. The first is this ticket coming up, which is the second one that you could get an unlimited supply of and had to be patched out. The second is, I just want to draw attention to that yes, I did in fact forget to fully uncover this kettle and had to waste time going back. I realize that's on me, but that's not helping me like this area. But anyways, back to the Octo expansion. As I mentioned, I burned out on Splatoon, and I don't know if I said anything previously and if I was going to do it right away or at all. I do want to do the Octo expansion, but I will probably take a break. It's just, I want to do something else before coming back. So yeah, it will happen eventually, just not right now. Now for the next reason why I don't like this area, the cyan balloons. Like every other one, you pop one and it travels to another spot and you have to get there quickly to pop it. Thankfully, syncing this up with the platforms in this area is in no way tedious or annoying. I'm lying, of course. The best thing to do for the first batch of Cyan's balloons is just to stay on the platform. But then, when you finally get all the balloons, it gets worse. The ticket spawns on an invisible platform which requires going through nearly the full route of one of these final destination platforms. Nothing in here is a quick and easy route from point A to point B. Everything is just so time consuming. Anyways, after all that, there is our final souvenir sticker. And there is still more to unlock. Oh boy. I think I've said everything I wanted to and made how much I don't like this place very, very clear, so I'm just gonna let the video continue running, and yeah. I don't think I can say much else to fill up the remaining 3 minutes with anything relevant to Splatoon 2 right now, so yeah. And that's our final kettle. However, I did miss one thing, so we're just going to quickly jump cut right to that. For the piece of sardinium in this area, you just have to drop down here to claim it. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again.